Hello, welcome. Episode 214 of Dissonant Waves. My name is Domino. Ritz and Trix are here.
Hello.
That was a sound from Trix.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it definitely in the whole library of sounds that was in there.
We have a ton to talk about this week. Trix took it easy by picking Dr. Dog's Eat. Ritz, he picked the compilation split album thing by Juno Eclipse, Should Be Sweet, to Charles Carnabuci and Siphon, called How to Take a Fall, as well as the Sandy Dish album Just When You Thought Music Couldn't Get Any Better. And I picked Huremic, Seekin Darkness, Lil Nas X, the October 31st EP, and the Days Before Dreamboy EP, and the newest from OK Cool, Chit.
Now, before we get started, Trix, you're the chef of the group.
Yes.
And by that I mean like the professional one. And I figured I'll get the take here on what I just made as kind of like a salad here. On recording, because I see a bunch of like controversial opinions when you use mango in salad, and some people are with it, some people are against it. I think this is a pretty simple one, and as mangoes are in season here now, I'm going to probably start using them a lot more in dinners and try and get a lot more of a take. So we're going to start off pretty simple. This is just a side to salmon that I cooked up. It was a little salsa that had two types of mango. I can't remember exactly which ones, but I think one was a Kensington Pride, one was a Lady Jane. So like sour and sweet, basically.
Okay.
Cucumber, red onion, tomato, and pomegranate.
Okay.
Is that would you rate this one high? Would you rate that one low?
7.5 to 8, I'd say.
7.5. Do you believe that mango can be used as a proper ingredient in just a simple salad,
Oh,
This inclu-
absolutely. We
including
have
with
a
like
salad
lettuce?
Oh, yeah. At work, we have a salad with like 3 different types of fruit on it, like cherries, oranges, and peaches, and starfruit.
All right, Mini Me, if you are listening, a couple years ago you made fun out of my salad with a mango, and yeah, no one's on your side.
You said it didn't hurt back then, but you're still bringing it up now.
It really hurt.
I'm gonna
He was not
post
the
a
only
photo
one
of
much.
the salad because I actually have it.
Seriously though, like when mangoes are in season, holy shit, that's like beautiful time for cooking, especially when it gets warm. It's just it's refreshing.
Well,
Yeah.
speaking
Yeah.
of mangoes, Ritz, which band this week reminds you most of a mango?
Man, go away. Sandy Dish here to stay.
Start with Sandy Dish?
Yeah, let's go. Let's go with Sandy Dish.
Hell
I,
yeah.
I think this is a fun starting point. Sandy Dish. It's actually a good connection. By ripping on Mini Me for a bit, because I actually discovered Sandy Dish through the Mini Me Discord. One of the members there, one of the regulars. I think is friends with. I think like their sibling or something, because friends with the band or something like that, or blah 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 blah.
Sure.
Either way, got me introduced to them, and it's a band that, look, I am simply a man, and when I hear the lines of "she flashes her tits at concerts a lot," I was going to have a peek. That's just. Am I proud of that being the reason that I went into it? Not really, but I mean it's not like she was doing it for any reason other than she wanted to.
Yeah.
So
How
I decided I'll go watch it.
How would you describe your reaction? Would you say it went up, down, front, back, side to side?
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And anyway, yeah, the music was good, so I continued listening.
Music is really good.
And now we got another album out. So it's basically come for the tits, stay for the music.
I'm trying to figure
fair.
out how to like describe this other than like Amel and the Sniffers, but different.
It's I wouldn't really compare it too much with Amel, but I don't think that's a wrong comparison to do.
Like,
Especially since the last Amel album was quite I'd say sex positive more than
Yeah.
I wouldn't actually call this
Mhm.
album hypersexual or anything like that.
No.
But it is very sex positive.
Like
Yeah.
it's like Amel but more queer in a way, I guess. Or more like knowing.
Well, yeah, I mean, with songs like "Excuse Me," where which, what's the line? It's not being a slut. It's it's not polyamory. It's being a slut. Sorry.
Being a slut
Yeah.
or polyamory.
Yeah, that's fine. Sorry. Or why have one boyfriend when I can have none? I could be fucking 4 girls at once.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely got more of a queer vibe than Amel does.
Or like STI love you.
Yeah, that's which is basically about an encounter that happens at a sexual health clinic.
And she says
There's definitely
can't looking nervous, but I was still into it basically.
yeah. There's a bit of comedy kind of to this, or a bit of like more crude humor
Yeah.
compared to what I'd probably say with Amel is just a bit more. I'd say it's a lot more angry in the Amel album than this is. While this is more show off. I think that's how I could describe the differences in vibes there. Which neither of those are an insult.
I think they're still angry.
Both of them do it well. Yeah, yeah.
This one's just a little more couched in like jokes and trying to be passing it off as kind of humor instead of being confrontational.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
And look, both of them do it really well. I think
is it any wonder that the top song, at least for streaming, is the one about being ghosted?
Well, that's also been
No.
out the longest, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was like
Is it
This-
the
a
oldest,
surprise.
actually? Maybe? I don't... No, I think Ghosted is. I was like... I couldn't remember if it was that or I Don't Like You.
that's another one that got pretty popular too, comparatively.
Yeah.
A lot of these songs don't have like streaming numbers listed, so they're still pretty unknown.
Hmm.
Like
Yeah.
1,000 some listeners on Spotify, which isn't as accurate as it used to be.
Nah,
I can
it
tell you on
feels like that's-
YouTube.
Yeah, I feel like YouTube's more accurate than Spotify these days.
Give me a second.
Yeah. Look at the other album titles, and they're very
Push the Button has 368 plays.
okay.
Excuse Me has 405. Ghosted has 224. I Don't Like You has 333. And Hit Me Up has 129, and the rest are kind of around 40 to 50.
Yeah, that makes sense. Those are all around the singles, so...
The other albums we got here are God Might Be Gay and The Whore That Broke the Camel's Back. So this is definitely a band that's like on some shit.
Yes.
They've been, not the most prolific output you would see, but it's still pretty prolific output for a band of this size.
Yeah. I feel like this band could and should get more attention.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I always just wonder if it's going to be attention because of a controversy that they've caused at one of their gigs, or if it's actually going to be because people come to their music. But either way,
Did they do
as long as they
something?
get attention.
So many tits.
I was gonna say the singer's been known to flaunt her stuff at gigs. Eventually, one day it might cause a bit of a ruckus more so than it already has.
Or accidentally flashing her tits at a bar mitzvah.
I think the accidental part would just be it being at a bar mitzvah.
Or would it be at an all ages show?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably hopefully not. I was more thinking that a politician or a Facebook mum might have a bit more of a stir about it.
Sure.
Is kind of what I was bringing up.
I don't know how many Facebook moms are going to be listening to Sandy Dish though.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter if they listen to it though. They're just like having a fucking fight about something.
Let's take a guess. I see the answers. What are the top streaming cities for Sandy Dish?
It'd probably be Melbourne and Sydney.
Number 1, number 2.
Yeah.
What do you think number 3
That's-
and 5 is?
Chicago.
Number 4.
Yeah, it's probably made. What does that mean? I've made New York in the top 5 as well.
Nope.
Nah. I'd assume
England.
Brisbane just because it's the East Coast.
Number 3.
And then with that, it'd either be like Adelaide or Auckland if it's not London.
Perth.
Perth, okay. I didn't think it would go all the way to Perth. Yeah.
This is
Anyway, that's probably the introduction to what Sandy Dish is.
very Australian
Probably
focused, but also Chicago is the fun part of that.
Yeah.
Chicago's basically Australia.
No, not even close.
Chicago's America's safe haven right now. It's its own thing. Can't be anything
And weirdly, New Jersey.
else. Sure, yeah. I know.
Well, yeah, we talk about the humor and stuff. I'm throwing us away back into the fucking album now.
Yeah.
That's happening. It kind of starts in the very first song in this, which is your dad's favorite band, which basically describes like because of all the actions and stuff that they've been doing on stage or all this that they're jokingly your dad's favorite band, kind of all this, you know, getting the attention from those older males and all that. And, you know, it starts off kind of with that humor and then goes into what a 14-second track that is just fuck the system
Fuck
like
the
four
system.
times.
Fuck the system. Yeah.
Mhm.
And then the
You
dad
know, it's
part
not
comes up
literally-
again later too.
Yeah. You know, it's literally not trying to be anything more than anything more than just saying fuck the system.
Yeah.
Which is it probably an overdone joke at this point? Probably, but it's still kind of funny.
For the second track being a 14-second little ditty like that, I think that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially like there's seriousness, and inherently that's also like a silly thing to do, but it does at least show a little bit of their hand of actually we do care about some of this. At least that's kind of what I got from that. But
That's fair.
Yeah.
then, but there's like variety to this because like Push the Button is your like I don't know what you call it, your dance song of the bunch. You got to do the thing.
Kind of,
probably.
yeah.
I'm sure they must have some kind of like dance that they do on stage that everyone has to do as well.
I can't remember that from when I saw them.
Oh, you saw them?
Yeah, they played in Sydney last year as a part of Moving Different Festival, which was supposed to happen again this year, but doesn't look like it. And the whole point of that it was a bunch of artists that weren't getting booked in any other festivals and stuff said, "Fuck it, let's go just like make our own."
That's fun. I like that.
Yeah, it was great.
Mhm.
Shout outs Down Girl, shout out Small Ways for that one. Yeah, in fact, actually, from memory of that, I think the singer's name is Brooke. If I'm wrong, I apologize. I think she only took off her skirt, so it wasn't even it must have been like the coldest day in Sydney.
Huh.
Mhm.
Yeah, the person who said on the Mini-Me Discord that a lot more would happen kind of lied to me, but that being said, it was still a great set.
I believe it.
Yeah,
They
no,
seem like
yeah.
a really
But-
fun group.
Yeah, no, it was fun the whole time. It was great.
Yeah.
It's short, catchy, simple punk, and like I can't say on this album that like every track is an absolute banger, but it's because it's so short that it just doesn't matter because you get enough on here that you come up just either laughing
If
too
you
or
don't like
just
the one
actually.
song, you'll get the next song.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I appreciate that there's Red in the Bull Pit, which is just a longer intro than it is an actual song.
Yes.
Mhm.
And I will mention two of the songs are from like 2023. They're singles, Ghosted and I Don't Like You.
Yep.
So the fact that they lasted this long and have shown up here, very nice.
Yeah.
Also,
I'd say I
as
think
singles,
the kind
they're
of
listed as 69 cents on Bandcamp.
oh that's of course it is.
Nice.
And that's 69 cents Australian too.
Personally, I think this is an album though that like after Red in the Bull Pit happens, I think the rest of the album feels more like a bonus selection and just kind of it slows down to no real kind of like a benefit. Like I like HMU as a song, but that definitely feels like a bonus track on this album,
Yeah.
especially since what is it? Welcome to My Pool, I think is kind of like literally a closer.
Yeah. I Don't Like You
Mhm.
does go well into One Way Open Relationship. From there, it's kind of like, yeah, the rest of the stuff's fine. It's, what, all of 5 minutes more?
Yeah.
No, not the worst you can ask for.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a short album. Somehow, probably could have been shorter, but it's still a great listen. It's still great fun.
Trix, how did this go in the kitchen?
It didn't really. I had a really weird week in the kitchen. In terms of hours, so this one didn't really get much play, but I enjoyed it.
Hell yeah.
It's about all I have to say.
I'm happy to go into favorites, least favorites.
Sure.
Favorites for me, your dad's favorite band, Push the Button, Excuse Me. And I do like HMU as a song. Least favorite is probably Lockie's song.
I actually really liked Lockie's song. That's probably my favorite. Least favorite, probably like "Fuck the System" or one of the like short interstitial tracks.
Oh, I really like Your Dad's Favorite Band, Push the Button, Girls Won't Shut Up, Ghosted, ST I Love You, I Don't Like You. My least favorite's probably something like Welcome to the Pool. Welcome to My Pool, I should.
Welcome to my kitchen.
Ooh,
Yeah,
Trix.
bananas.
Should
And
do,
Well,
should do
Trix-
something like that for a parody.
I'm quoting an old fucking Vine.
Well, Trix, if we're in your kitchen, what's playing in there now?
The sound of my ears ringing. That's right. We're gonna talk about Dominic's pick that isn't Lil Nas X or. Excuse me. Dominic, what were your picks again? Sorry, I'm tired.
Cool, Lil Nas X and Huremic Seeking Darkness, which I think is what you're picking.
Seeking Darkness. Let's talk about Seeking Darkness.
Yeah, the newest Parannoul side project.
Yes.
Yeah.
I watched him release a bunch of albums over the year, and I know I was like, we'll cover one of these. This is the one that I picked. It's a new name, so probably a new vibe, a new feel compared to my Dream Fever.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a 15-some minute like epic thing. One thing split up into 5 parts.
Yes.
It's all right.
It is all right. I feel like that's the best way to put it.
It's kind of the downside. It's like it's interesting and exciting to see Parannoul do more and go into more of like a composer mode and do these cool like hour-long things and whatnots. But this was like fine.
Yes.
Had some cool parts. It had some parts that were there.
It had a lot of parts that were there.
There were some interesting ideas, let's say.
Can't say I'm disappointed by this album just because I had no expectations going into it. I didn't know it existed until you picked it.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I want new Parannoul stuff. Let's listen. And look, I haven't really reacted too well to comparatively to beforehand with Parannoul since the 23 album, which I thought was a really good album, but personally hasn't stuck the same way as that debut did. Which, let's be honest, at this point, like to see the next part of the dream is just going to be like for a while now, like the kind of standout Parannoul moment.
Sure. I still think the live album is also a fantastic moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if we look at the streaming stats and what's popular, currently 9 out of 10 of the top tracks on Spotify are all from To the Sea, the Next Part of the Dream, and Polaris is in there as well.
Fair enough.
And it's not to fully discredit this album, like it is still a great hour of post rock, or a good hour of post rock. Parannoul's kind of way of just letting things build and do lead to has still always led to satisfying outros, and that's whilst this isn't a Parannoul Untitled project, it's it's still the same production. It's still producing that thing. I feel like the whole point of changing up the names of all the albums and who it's by and stuff, it's kind of pointless when they're all very similar vibes anyway.
Yeah.
My Dream Fever, yes, I can say is maybe a lot softer, but this you could tell me was an experimental Parannoul album, not a completely new project. There is still quite a lot of similarities with it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I mean, he's definitely willing to kind of do different things and try a lot. And I do definitely appreciate that. And so I think it's cool. Like there are moments on this that sound almost like to like a doom metal thing, or sound almost country-ish.
Yeah.
It goes to a lot of places. It doesn't stay anywhere particularly long. It has some builds. It has some nice like few minutes here and there that are really cool. I kind of wish some of that stuck more, and also it built off of those cool parts into other cool parts.
Yes.
It's kind of, in a way, my reaction in a condensed sense to Descent of Man, where every couple hours it'd be like, oh yeah, that's neat. They're doing a different note. or like 8 hours in, like, oh, there's vocals, wild. This is just a 15-minute version, like, oh, they're doing like a kids chorus kind of thing, like they're doing like cool drums, like a bongo or something here. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This sure is a 50-minute experimental project.
It's an hour.
Again, that 45-minute of Into the Endless Night shows that he can do a long song.
Yes.
This is just maybe not the best example of that now.
Yeah.
But,
Well, this isn't trying to be a long song. It's the kind of thing. Like, I don't think when I listened, it didn't feel like any of these were trying to be songs. It all felt like it was all just the whole separation of this as an album feels kind of pointless at the way it's separated. This could easily be like, say, I'm just throwing numbers out at random, but like 40 1.5 minute tracks, or 23 minute, or as it is, it's just that it all tries to connect, and it's all a lot of just different movements and stuff that happen in every song anyway, to the point that it probably could have just been Seeking Darkness and just one 1 hour song.
And there were like a lot of pauses and other things in the middle of the songs anyway.
Yeah.
So those would be more natural places to cut it, but did not. A lot of the cuts are just in the middle, where it'd be seamless in like streaming. But if you were on something that had to load, it definitely would cause like a stutter or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, personal favorite moment on this whole album, the actual like last minute of it, very satisfying payoff.
There's some good parts, I think, around part 4 that are some cool drumming moments. And there's like the end part of part 1 where there's a lot of like wall of sound-esque qualities to it, where it almost sounds like a screamo kind of like wall of death kind of sound almost.
This is a pure and honest blender for me.
I don't call it a blender or a cheese sandwich in either way. I just generally really well, I guess my favorite is like Seeking Darkness Part 5, because I think the outro part's the best of this album. But the rest of it is it's just not one of those albums where you can really say what's your favorite or least favorite. It just doesn't really work that way.
Yeah, he means it to be taken as one complete thing.
Yes.
I think the latter parts are really good. I think the beginning has a lot of really good moments. I think if there's a least favorite part of it, it's probably somewhere around part 2, early part 3, maybe. But
Yeah, wanted more.
I guess I was expecting more personally. But again, I can't fully discredit it. I do appreciate the experiment. I think this does connect with people, just not me.
As a producer, especially in this kind of whole like shoegaze post rocky thing that they've done, it's still quite an incredible sound. Even at its least interesting, it's still listenable and enjoyable.
Yeah.
But it still doesn't make up for the fact that this is probably one of the least interesting.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Oh well.
Unfortunate.
Dominic, you get to pick where we go to next.
Let's move on to Dr. Dog.
Okay, Dr. Dog. Yes. This is the second official Dr. Dog album. And it's a little out there and a little weird, but it's interesting to me.
And this is the part for me where Dr. Dog becomes good again.
Hell yeah.
And this is the part for me where Dr. Dog's opinion hasn't really changed at all.
We're gonna get you to like Dr. Dog.
I do like some Dr. Dog.
Well, we're gonna get you to consistently like a whole album. There's got to be one you like.
Consistently, I mean, I their best would still Be the Void.
Well, we'll find out for sure.
I like this idea. I feel like early on in the show, I was the one that was going for more of that, like, we're going to keep covering this anyway. Fuck you. And Trix is just kind of taking up that mantle.
Yes. Wait till you see what I have next week.
Oh, boy.
Will be something interesting?
Yeah. It'll be something you'll probably hate, Ritz.
Oh, boy.
That will at least be talkable about. Well, I mean, I listened to this Dr. Dog album. I thought, welcome back to Beatles, because it actually gave quite a lot of that kind of vibe with its production. It had that kind of
Yes.
roughness when you go back to just old recordings back in the day. I mean, like the Beatles of the '60s, they ain't gonna have modern day production.
Nope.
Which I think
And-
works in its favor.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I agree. I like the vibe of this album. It's not me going into it to shit on it. I simply can't. There's no reason for me to. I just didn't really come out of it loving it either. I was just like, this was kind of cool.
Yeah, so
Here's the
this-
question, Ritz. Because you heard the Beatles, do you now get where I'm saying that I think that the whole point of this experiment is to kind of prove that I think Dr. Dog falls kind of into the same vein as Of Montreal.
that's-
But I got a question for you, Trix. Do you
Yes.
now see why kids love the taste of cinnamon toast crunch?
No, because I never fucking liked that cereal too much. It's mid at best.
damn.
I mean, I also remember with my take with Of Montreal, which I don't think is that controversial of a take, is that they've got a lot of mid.
Yeah,
And I'll admit that too, as the Montreal
Yeah.
fanatic.
and I will admit that Dr. Dog has some mid too.
But I definitely was thinking of Montreal and Elephant Six and like what their whole mission was while listening to them.
Yes,
It's got that
it
kind of
falls in
lopsided
line.
sound. I don't disagree.
In a way, though, this does kind of clear a lot of what Elephant Six was doing. Like I think a lot of their
Well-
especially on Montreal was trying to reference the Beatles and try to like remind you of the Beatles. This just
Mhm.
does the Beatles.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, I'd say if you're gonna ask me which one did I enjoy more, this or Invent Yourself a Shortcake, then yeah, I enjoyed Dr. Dog more.
I mean, if it's this or the bird who eats the rabbit's flowers, it's this.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I agree with that as well.
Like Dutchman Falls is one of the best performances I've heard all year.
Oh, absolutely.
So there's a lot of warmth, there's a lot of intrigue, there's a lot of surprises, and a lot of it just is because of the way it's recorded. When it's on in like an 8-track, you don't know what to expect because it sounds old.
Now,
Yeah.
also a fun fact for Trix as well, just because I feel like she'll get giddy from hearing this. I do actually own this album.
Oh.
Oh.
Like that is a weird thing to think about, but like if I see artists I know pre-owned CD, I don't have it. I will usually pick it up, and I can't remember where I found this. I think I might have found it at Utopia Records, which is a metal store. So it was probably like $5 or something. But I do own this album on CD. It is in the collection, and this is not recent. This would have been a couple years ago that I would have put it in there.
Hell yeah.
I own exactly 6 Dr. Dog CDs.
Hell yeah.
That is 6 more than I own. I only own one Dr. Dog
Yeah.
vinyl.
I own Be the Void, which I think is the only one I've actually bought brand new. B Room, Easy Beat, obviously this album.
Yep.
Fate, Shame, and We All Belong.
Like a whole run of them.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
from about
You got like the
That's what-
golden years.
like 2005 to 2013.
Yeah.
And only for the reason of I've just found a lot of them cheap.
So I think this
Fair
album,
enough.
this album and Dr. Dog as a whole prove 2 things that I think are very interesting. Number one, you can still do the Beatles. You can just record like they recorded and still release songs like. Number two,
Oh, absolutely.
there is no guarantee that the Beatles would have been popular in any other decade than when they happened.
I mean, there's never a guarantee anyone being popular. Well, except for more modern times where they force the artists to reinvent themselves until they are. Lana Del Rey.
Yay.
My point being, that if music and like tastes were constant, this should be up there with like the Beatles and bands like that. I think the songs are quality. I think the
Oh,
output
yeah.
is very good. It's shocking to me how relatively little Dr. Dog is still known compared to what they do.
Yes.
But it also shows that hey, just because you could do a sound that was popular does not mean that the sound is currently popular.
No. Like their most popular song, Where Did All the Time Go, has like no Beatles DNA to it at all.
Right.
But it is also quite a popular song.
Yes.
Like, that's 573 million nearly streams in Spotify.
I don't know if I could tell you offhand what it is though, because I have not listened to it.
Where'd
Like, yeah,
all
yeah.
the time go? I know the bass line more because it's just such a good bass line.
I get what you mean, Dominic. Like, I'm not trying to discredit what you said, but it's also not like Dr. Dog isn't a known band.
I did not know them before this show, but that's also my bias.
They were on Yo Gabba Gabba.
5.7 million monthly listeners currently at the moment, and that's past their peak.
And do you know how many of Montreal has listeners?
Probably less.
Yeah, 545,000.
Yeah.
So more popular than of Montreal, and I'm sure it's purely like where'd all the time go.
I mean, Heart at
Yeah.
Races has over 100 million streams.
Shout out Architecture in Helsinki.
It's just one of those things. Like, I would, as a kid, I would swear to you that until I saw it one day when I was home alone, I had no idea that Michael Jackson's Thriller existed. And I had heard, all the other songs from that era. I just never heard Thriller. So that's part bias, right? Like,
There's a lot of pop songs that have come out. If I take a look at the top 50 in Australia charts, which I'll do whilst you're talking, I'm sure I wouldn't actually have heard a lot of them. That is modern day bias on me.
But I mean, my parents like Michael Jackson. I've seen the videos even when I was a kid and everything. You would think, based on all of that, I would have known about Thriller, but somehow I did not. In that sense, I very well could have passed by Dr. Dog many a time. I could have heard it many a time at the store. I don't know. All I can say is that, for me, this has been one of the wonderful surprises of this show, is discovering that this band exists.
So I'm actually going to go through the top 50 right now of Australian charts. Not global, just Australia, because this would make more sense for me to have heard a lot of these songs.
Mm-hmm.
It'll only take about 3 minutes, and this is just to talk about basically how we are affected by modern day bias ourselves, just because we actively choose to kind of avoid what's popular. Well, we avoid what's popular in the sense of we don't ever go towards anything intentionally because it's popular or because of its popularity.
Yeah.
Anyway, number 50, yes, I have heard, is Thunderstruck from AC/DC. 49 is Every Breath You Take from the Police, so obviously I've heard that. 48 is Taylor Swift's Father Figure. I haven't fucking heard that song.
I've not heard that.
47, I'm actually surprised that this is in the top 50, and more so that it's actually apparently gone down, is Sex on Fire by Kings of Leon.
Oh, I hate that song so much.
Yeah.
I always prefer to use somebody from that 46 is Takedown from the K-pop Demon Hunters. I fucking haven't heard it. 3 from K-pop Demon Hunters at 45. Haven't fucking heard. The Days Crystal. Who the fuck is even Crystal with 44? 43, I Remember Everything from Zach Bryan. No, I haven't heard it. 42, Diary of a Smile, Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars. No, I haven't heard it. 41, Something in the Orange from Zach Bryan. No, I haven't heard it. 40 is Tears from Sabrina Carpenter. I haven't heard it. 39 is That's So True from Gracie Abrams, which I have heard, and it fucking sucks. 38, Don't Dream It's Over from Crowded House. Yeah, of course I fucking heard that one. 37, Sabrina Carpenter's Manchild. Haven't heard it. 36, I don't know who the fuck Olivia Dean is. Olivia Dean's apparently really fucking popular. Who the fuck are they? Yeah. 35 is actually Tame Impala's Dracula, which I haven't actually heard.
Huh.
Yeah, that's on me though. 34 is Taylor Swift again, Elizabeth Taylor. I haven't heard it. I don't think this Taylor Swift album's actually a fucking hit. Because none of it ever actually plays, but it's just charting somehow. 33, I mean, The Chain by Fleetwood Mac. Yeah, of course I've heard that. 32, Gabriella by Cat's Eye. Who the fuck is Cat's Eye? 31, Fred Again, Victory Lap. I don't fucking know it. 30 is another K-pop Demon Hunters song, but I don't fucking know it. 29, a bar song, Shabuzi. Yeah, I've heard it.
Fuck that song.
Yeah, fair. 28, it's Metallica's Enter Sandman because Metallica was touring around here.
Oh.
27, Olivia Dean, Baby Steps again. Fucking don't know it. 26, Tate McRae, Tit for Tat. I didn't realize she has another fucking song out. 25, Pink Pony Club.
Okay.
24, another K-pop Demon Hunter song. 23, Birds of a Feather, Billie Eilish. Yeah, I've heard it. 22, a Tate McRae song from the F1 movie. What the fuck? That's a thing?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure, why not? You can be a thing. Number 21's another fucking K-pop Demon Hunters song. What the fuck?
I've heard that thing was so fucking popular, so it doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. 20, Benson Boone, Beautiful Things. I haven't heard it. I don't even.
You've
Benson
heard.
Boone does.
You must have heard
No.
Beautiful Things.
No, I haven't.
Oh, God.
I don't think I have either.
No. A Benson Boone sounds like an AI generated. No.
Yeah, never heard it.
Oh,
Never heard
boy.
it.
You're lucky.
Oh, wait, no, yes, I have heard it.
Yeah.
No, I have 19. Who the fuck is Raven Lene?
I don't know.
Have you ever heard of someone called Raven Lene?
No. How many of these are AI is the question now.
Is that the woman who wrote My Immortal?
No, that's
No.
Ebony
That's Amy.
something Ravenway.
Yeah. 18, Teddy Swims Lose Control. I have heard that. It's eh. 17's Mr. Brightside from the Killers. 16's Iris the Goo Goo Dolls. 15's Dreams and Fleetwood Mac. 14, apparently Justin Bieber has another song out. Daisies. Fuck, I don't know. 13 is someone called Somber. 12 is another K-pop Demon Hunter song.
Summer's rising up. He's like young.
11's another Somber
He's
song.
like an
Fuck-
industry plant.
Yeah, of course. 10's another Olivia Dean. 9's another Somber song. 8's another Taylor Swift song, which I haven't fucking heard. 7, Alex Warren. You sound like a fucking AI name as well. 6, Ray. Where's my
I've
husband?
heard someone else talk about how good Alex Warren is, so I don't know.
Fucking, I don't know. 5's another Olivia Dean. Who the fuck is Olivia Dean? 4, No Broke Boys. I haven't fucking heard that. 3 is the most popular K-pop Demon Hunter song, so yeah, I've probably heard that. 2, The Fate of Ophelia from Taylor Swift. I have heard once. I know exactly where I heard it, and it's in the Told in the Shadows review of it. How is that song number 2? I go over to the fucking grocery store in a fucking, like, not a Westfield, but a shopping mall. They play top 40 hits all the time. It doesn't exist as a hit.
Yeah, no.
No.
And number 1's Olivia Dean. Like, that's a top 50 at the current moment. There's a lot of fucking questions.
Can I just say, nature is healing. There was no Imagine Dragons.
Yeah, we do have to appreciate that.
I'm curious
But,
about the police
you look at
being
that.
on there, though.
It's just if every breath you take.
Yeah,
It's a popular song.
it is.
Yeah.
But like, you look at that, and it's like, we exist. A lot of the songs that are in there that I've heard is because they're so old and all that we've heard them. But like, we go into what is all these modern hits and stuff that happen. We do not go towards that. So knowing how popular
We are not in
it
the
is and all that,
target audience.
No, but like when
no,
Midnight's came
I'll
out,
have my
I was
rants about target audience later.
Midnight's came out. I remember that shit was everywhere on like Instagram
Yep.
or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, no, Anti-Hero played everywhere.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or Me High on the Problem It's Me, or is that just Anti-Hero?
Yeah.
Or whatever. Anyway, I have heard some of the Taylor Swift stuff on like Instagram, but mostly in context of the album itself. Like, is it good? Is it not? I've only had like 1 or 2 people I follow unironically post and like love it. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Read the room.
Yes.
It's the round. I guess so. It's like when it goes to we are not the target audience for what's popular. Is I always hate that because the target audience for what's popular, yes, so like top 5 and stuff like that. You could argue, but in a whole top 50, the fact that there's supposed to be only one target audience for that whole top 50 is why music sucks.
Sure. And
There's no diversity. Put aside a lot of things. Diversity doesn't just mean, oh, here's like a song for the women and here's a song for the men. There are so many groups of just everything.
I feel like we cover mainstream music enough in the sense that
Yes.
I don't get a lot of chances to connect with my friends about music like together. It's usually me showing them like Food House.
Yeah.
Like I get to share chapel room with them, and that's like it. And I'm fine
Yeah,
with
that's me with Charlie.
And I'm like fine with that, but I like having like the one that I can at least like point to and be like, okay, I know that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm looking at the top 50 in global, and for fuck, you cannot tell me the Fate of Ophelia is the biggest song in the world right now.
No one's playing it.
Apparently, it's got 7.4 million streams a day.
It must be playing in all the dead malls out there.
Apparently, yeah.
And all the bots that are streaming music must play it too. It's not playing in any stores I go to.
Do you think that Taylor Swift stan who got arrested for not joining the IDF is listening to Fate of Ophelia right now?
Possibly. I think there's a good chance, yeah.
And if not right now, it's like 5 minutes from now.
Yeah.
I'm just listening to a different part of the album.
I'm looking at a lot of the songs in this top 50. Some of them are kind of surprising. Like, I'm surprised that Radiohead's Creep is apparently in there.
See, I've heard Creep on a lot of, like, Instagram, like, shorts and whatnot.
I'm not surprised the Goo Goo Dolls Iris is all in there. I have heard Iris more than I've heard a lot of these other songs. Actually, the one that I probably heard the most, that's in the global, but apparently wasn't in the top 50 of Australia, was Gigi Perez's Sailor Song.
Has Goo Goo Dolls Iris officially reached the point of grocery store mom rock?
No, because the youth love it.
No, because I still can't identify what it is easily.
I mean, it kind of blew up again because of that whole live video going viral again. Which to be fair, it's like
which live video?
The one where they're playing Iris in the Rain.
But like, yeah. But that's also I didn't see that video, but I definitely saw the one of someone mixed Bjork's Army of Me and 9 Inch Nails' Terrible Lie together, and that fucking went off. Like,
Iris is also in like the most insane guitar tuning ever. All of the strings except for one are tuned to one note.
I'm looking just at who the fuck Somber is, because this
He's
is
like
pure.
A lanky 6'5" white guy.
No, this is pure industry plant shit. The songs are titled "Do I Ever Cross Your Mind?" "We Never Dated." "I Wish I Knew How to Quit You." "Undressed." "Back to Friends." Come on. You know 100% this person's got allegations that have been buried.
Well,
100%.
Or will it be like David and we'll figure it out later? Or unburied.
Oh. That was a good one, Dominic. That was a good one. For those who don't know that story, search it up on Google, because that's one of the wilder stories that's happened this year in pop music.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, he was discovered with a body in his trunk, which might have been his underage girlfriend.
The car was also impounded.
Yeah.
Yes.
It just gets worse.
And like they had matching tattoos even. It got ridiculous.
Her name was in some of the song lyrics.
Yeah.
It's true. When you separate the art from the artist, what do you fucking have left with that one?
There was some article I saw about Somber recently talking about, I think people were criticizing him for playing SNL, and he's like 20. Maybe that's what it was. I don't know. Who cares? SNL was only occasionally relevant.
Do you reckon Somber has blue highlighted parents on Wikipedia?
There's literally 100%. An article right now. Is Somber a nepo baby? Where is Back to Friends breakout singer from? Let's take a look.
Let's see.
Let's see.
I'll post the link. I'm reading it now.
Let's look at this while I smoke a bong.
Fandomwire.com. Thank you. I doubt this is super trustworthy.
Apparently, his parents worked at the Foundation for AIDS Research.
Oh.
Huh.
Apparently.
And his father.
Oh, he's Somber's father. Yeah.
Which organizes events like the Con Gala. And they book
which one, sir?
Events. His father.
This is the film festival.
Yeah, the Con Film Festival.
Where every film gets at least a 4-minute standing ovation.
And their clients include the Elton John AIDS Foundation and the Leonardo DiCaprio Foundation.
Totally a nepo baby.
His mother does work for the Foundation for AIDS Research and also has connections to the industry. So says the article.
I mean, the name's fucking Somber.
And it's done in the internet-y, no ER, just R way.
Yep.
Yes.
It was cool when Tumblr did it, and Grindr was fine, but now it's too far.
Music sucks.
Oh man, he went to the same high school that Timothy Chalamet and Nicki Minaj went to.
Is this turning into the like that cafe that fucking Hitler, Marx, and whoever all the fuck else frequented?
But he didn't finish high school. He moved to Los Angeles for the sake of his career.
Ah.
Here's a quote. It's too hard being so tall.
We're all like 6'2", 6'3", aren't we?
I'm about just 6 foot.
I'm like 6.5.
I think I'm the tallest one here.
That's during the claim. It's so tough being so tall. Holy shit! Does your existence only exist to try and make 15-year-old women weep?
Like
Dude, do you live in an apartment where you hit your head every time you use the bathroom?
Like he is unfortunately 6'7", most likely.
It's so tough being tall. I'm always the one that gets in front of the hiking group so I can catch spider webs on my face.
All right.
Come on.
He was a vocal major at LaGuardia High School when the song blew up. How can you major in high school? Is that a thing somewhere?
That's a good question.
I don't think it is. What did you major in graduating high school?
Study hall.
What's your education? I got a high school certificate.
I had 4 study halls my senior year.
I got a
At the age of 18, my
my
dad said, "Don't worry about a job. You can go into the music career, so I can use you to make connections to powerful people in my career."
Don't worry though, he is chronically online.
Cool. Somber, if you're listening, come fight me.
Yes, come fist fight us on the podcast.
I haven't heard a single one of your songs. I don't know if you genuinely make good music or not, but I don't care. I have made the claim you're an industry plant, and you're insufferable. Come over here and fight.
He has claimed every normie like influence except for Led Zeppelin.
Did he actually use the word normie?
Naperville park, the parking lot of the Naperville Outback Steakhouse. Somber.
The beautiful thing about asking one of these musicians like Somber to come and fight me is that means that I would have to actually plan an Australian tour and not pull out in the last week because they can't be fucked coming over here.
Looking up where the Naperville Outback Steakhouse is.
I don't even know if there is one. I'm just taking a random swing.
I didn't realize there was one. I'm like looking this up now.
We are so far from top to top at this point.
That's fine.
This is where the fun's at.
Okay.
This is where I know care about albums.
All right.
This is Dominic, Trix, and Ritalin ask popular musicians to start a fight with them for 2 hours.
I forgot that this Outback was here, I'll be honest.
Hell yeah. Get that Outback Steakhouse.
I wonder if Somber knows that half the crowd will be talking over half of his set when he's not playing one of his hits.
Yeah.
His #1 dream collaborator is Cigarettes After Sex.
Ugh.
I liked the first Cigarettes After Sex album, and then they got popular, and then I went full tall poppy syndrome because just everybody decided to make it a fucking personality.
He's already had a video with Finn Wolfhard to say they're not the same person.
I can believe that, and that's not a compliment to either of them.
I was thinking that in my head. Like that's a video you should have like 2 years from now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Wow.
So just remember, everybody, if you're wondering how to get famous, be born into rich parents. Else you're just doing it for the love of the game.
There was a TikTok where somebody was criticizing the tour. His response was like, "Yeah, I respect you having your opinion, but I'm 20. So like, I'm 20, and you're 25 coming to my show, and not expect people younger than you. I'm an artist that's like younger than you. It's just a skill issue. I'm like glossing over the wording exactly, but yes,
it's insufferable.
Skill issue.
Amazing.
Like I go to enough, and we'll probably talk about it before we go to my next pick. But I've seen enough gigs if musicians are younger than me by a mile. They're not that fucking insufferable.
I actively want to see "We Will Look Back at You and Love You Forever" concert, and I know they're younger than me.
They're more terminally online than Somber actually is.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
And they're full on brain rot, and they're still a lot more enjoyable.
Like they could collab with
So hi,
Foodhouse,
Jude. Hi,
and
Shelter.
collectively they would all have more cred still. And Foodhouse has Guppy.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think we're done with Dr. Dog.
This is a fun little album. You should go listen to.
I really like this album. This is a great album. Dutchman Falls is easily my favorite. Oh No is pretty cool as well. My least favorite, I don't know, probably like The World May Never Know or Say Something.
I'll be nice to Trix and call it a cheese sandwich because I don't think it deserves a blender tag. I'm not like hot on this album, but I also don't have anything bad about it. I think it's a good little album. It's better than Mixed.
All right. Favorites for me, definitely Dutchman's Falls. No release favorite.
Okay, where is this car going to next? Where are we driving?
Well, we're talking about younger people, and we're talking about we will look back at you. So I guess let's go to the Oz emo scene again, huh?
How to Take a Fall, Juno Eclipse should be sweet, Charles, Carnabuci, and Siphon.
Yep. Yeah. That's probably the best way of describing this. But I don't think we've covered any of these these bands. I figured, hey, well, I'm doing the Oz skramz directory this year, and a bunch of these bands seem to have started following me because of it.
No shit.
May as well do what I've always done in this podcast, where a band gives me attention.
Hello,
but I'm
everybody.
on the podcast. I'm a slut for attention. Yeah, absolute slut for attention. I have no shame. Never have. We have done this many times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a nice variety pack.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that they all got 2 songs each as well for what they call split EP. Like this is basically a split album.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's about half an hour long, and it's a variety pack in the sense of it's 4 different bands, and whilst they are definitely diverse enough from each other that you can hear differences in sound, they are all very still similar.
Yes.
These are all have a shoegaze influenced punk emo sound.
Some of them are more emo than others.
Yeah, like Siphon is definitely going back to the old kind of emo pop punk.
Yes.
Charles Carnabuci, I think, is a lot more closer to a direct shoegaze, whilst I'd say Should Be Sweet and Juno Eclipse probably like the most similar sounding to each other. And they both kind of got that second wave Midwest kind of punk, emo punk.
And there were 2 bands I really liked from this, and they were the most different, I guess you could say.
Fair enough, and those 2 were?
Juno Eclipse and Charles Carnabuci.
Yeah.
I think those 4 songs clear the other 4.
See, I am going to assume that Trix likes Siphon just because that band is just a drummer and a bassist.
I did enjoy Siphon too.
I enjoyed Siphon.
I actually really enjoyed this. I enjoyed this little split EP album thing.
But I think World Explode is a wonderful modern emo song, even though modern by way of being a throwback to something else.
Yeah.
I love the construction of the song House. Wonderful, like mostly instrumental, and then you get some lyrics into it, and it's a great like pave the way for Like a Dog. Which is another
the only band that I hadn't actually heard going into this was Charles Carnabuci, and yeah, no, I agree. Their contribution to the split kind of I guess kind of like shocked me the most because it's like it feels like the most. I don't want to say like mature really because these are all still kind of a lot young bands, but it's the songs themselves definitely allow themselves to kind of develop. I feel like the most out of anything on this.
Yes.
Not sure if it means they're my favorites, but that's just the structure.
They stand out well in a group, I guess.
Yeah.
Should be worth mentioning as well that to promote the release of this, I didn't see it because I went down to Wollongong instead. But all 4 of these bands did a gig with each other at a church.
That sounds
cool. That was the release for this. Videos do exist of that out on Instagram mostly, so I would recommend go searching them up, especially for the one that I saw was some Siphon, not playing a song from this, but the acoustics in it were so good that the song that they were going was "You're Not." They don't usually use their microphones when they do the whole screaming part, mostly because they're playing in such small venues anyway. It's not really needed.
Right.
But there is a certain kind of elevation that goes with just the actual acoustics of that church for the song that it just like, oh shit, that probably would have been really good to have watched live.
Yeah.
I can't say too much about the other bands because I've only seen the clips from that on there, but I have seen Should Be Sweet live a couple times. Funnily enough, the drummer from it used to be in another band that I saw a couple times because they played with my friend's band basically every time they were down in Sydney. I'm not going to mention the old band because the breakdown of that band was apparently pretty and I don't want people going searching too much at the moment.
Oof.
Yeah. But you know, they're a drummer that's been around for, well, I mean, in different scenes, I would say, for quite a bit now, and honestly, a pretty fucking impressive drummer.
It seems the only band of this group that's had a release already, Juno Eclipse. They have an EP out.
No,
this year.
should be sweet had an EP out this year as well.
Oh, it's just not on Rate Your Music.
Oh, well, yeah. And Siphon had an EP out this year as well as like a free tracker. I don't know about Charles Carnabuci. They might not have.
Spotify, I guess. Yep, there's the EP for Should Be Sweet.
Only a single out this year. No, which is an EP. All of them have had their own EPs out this year.
Okay, fair enough. Interesting that only one gets listed on Rate Your Music. But
I think the Juno Eclipse one is currently the most popular out of all of them. Don't ask me why too much. The only kind of like comparison I can make is, well, the members are part of another band, but that other band's not really that big either. So it
could also just be that their tracks are first, therefore.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, I saw them play at the Lord Gladstone. It didn't sell out, but it got close to, which doesn't really matter that much since it's like an 80-person cap. But oh yeah, still good for a band this young. I don't think they're quite in the level of drawing a crowd, but it seems like a band that sooner rather than later will start getting that credit.
I hope like this is kind of the sign of a new scene forming in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is the next wave of the scene happening.
I think I've mentioned it a bit. Like I think Sydney emo has had quite a bit of a hit in the past year, despite the fact that a lot of those artists weren't even Sydney based. But with that kind of hit, we've got the new wave that's kind of building up with it, and this is kind of like a good sample of what's coming out. So whilst this isn't what everybody's going to at the moment, I have a good feeling that at least for one of these bands, probably Juno Eclipse, since I think they're the ones that are probably getting the most notice out of all of them at the moment, they might start getting that cred that some broken up bands used to have.
Yeah.
And hopefully, because otherwise Sydney's just going to be waiting for bands to be touring here more than actually doing our own thing.
Hopefully Charles Carnabuci gets some notice as well.
Yeah.
Obviously all four should get it, but...
Yeah. I mean, you're still winning with Bug Hug.
I mean,
to blow up.
Yeah.
Like I said, Bug Hug deserves everything. Those little ladybugs deserve the world.
Yeah, it's a good split. I can't say that I've come away loving all of it, but I think it's a good example of every band's sound that's on this.
Yes. I think it works better than a lot of splits that we've listened to.
Yeah.
Partially because there is a variety of songs.
I think I agree with you with the Juno Eclipse and the Charles Carnabuci being the best stuff off this. Mostly because I think with Should Be Sweet and Siphon, the stuff that you should be listening to is the other stuff that they've released this year. Like just from those bands. But that being said, I don't think the selection of songs or the songs that they've made for this split are a bad example of what they are. I think it's a good entry point for those bands. So
yeah,
I guess this is the current wave of Sid Skramz sampler split.
Exciting. I think, like I said, World Explode, House and Like a Dog are my favorites.
I would agree.
I wouldn't say least favorite necessarily, but I don't remember how the Should Be Sweet songs sound like right now.
I think I would agree. I think I'd fully agree with you, Dominic. Just because I think the Should Be Sweet EP that was released this year is a lot better, personally. But that being said, it's not like I think these are bad tracks either.
No. Yeah, I'll also agree with you, Dominic. But I'll also point out that this went over well in the kitchen. It was great.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we've only got one thing left, don't we? Well,
we got
technically two, but two things, but one artist.
Two artists.
Two artists. Am I missed something?
Yeah, Lil Nas and Okay Cool.
Oh, yes. Sorry.
Yeah, okay, cool.
My bad. Well, let's go to Okay Cool. That's probably how I feel about this one anyway.
Interesting. Okay, cool. Chit Chat. Came out in August. It's been on my list to cover for a little bit. Wanted to make sure we got it in, and here we are. And I think this is their best work.
I like the Guitar Hero sample.
I did too.
That's about it. I'm just gonna be honest because Okay Cool. They're a band that we've covered quite a bit on this podcast. We'll go back with the Weekend Run Club connection because obviously these are the two main members of OK Cool started off in Weekend Run Club when we discovered, and then they made the OK Cool side kind of side project, which eventually became their main project as they walked away from Weekend Run Club. They put out that EP, which I've forgotten the title of, but it's their second EP, which I think is still their best body of work. And it sucks that I can't remember the title of that.
5 Finger Exploding Heart Technique.
That's the best song. Yeah, that's the best song off it.
It's
I can remember all the songs because I Should Buy a Sword. Surrealist, yeah. Because I could remember all the songs. It's I Should Buy a Sword. It was 5 Finger Exploding Heart Technique. It was Hypervigilant. It was Hurts to Be. And then there was actually one song I've forgotten off it, ironically. Divers. Then what did they do? They did the two songs in the Spare Room. Then they put out their first album, which I wasn't too hot on either, but I did like a couple songs from it, mostly Soaked In. This, I don't know. I've tried. I've given this a couple listens. This hasn't been like ignored on my radar or anything. I've like, oh, okay, cool, there. Okay, I'll give this a listen. I'll go into it, and I think the best way of explaining it is, I think I'm just a little tired of their sound. I don't think I see enough evolution going into this that I'm it coming out with really anything else.
Interesting.
And I have a feeling, Dominic, that you're going to fully disagree with me on that.
I do fully disagree.
Because you said that this is their best piece of work, whilst I think I'm on the other side of... I don't think it's my least favorite. I think their debut EP is probably still my least favorite. But I find this just kind of like the Black Country New Road album from this year, in which I've tried many times to get into it, and it just washes over me.
Mm-hmm.
Trix, what do you think of this?
I think this is fine and interesting, and I think that this is good work from OK Cool. I just don't know if I want to listen to it, or if it's going to become, or even if I want to just come back to it. It was just, I don't know.
Would you say it kind of washed over you then?
I would. It was okay. Yeah. I do remember moments, but it was just kind of a week for me, if I'm going to be honest.
Well, and that's what I mean. Like, there is nothing on this album which makes you go, oh, here's an obvious step wrong that they've taken. No. It's just that there's nothing on this album which goes, for me personally, there's an obvious step in the right direction. It feels like they've stagnated.
I have been personally waiting to like finally have that connection with OK Cool about like a big release of theirs, because I feel like I've liked previous stuff, but it's never fully gelled with me, if that makes sense. Like, I like it from a distance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I feel like this is the one that does it. This album kind of feels like a nice autumn day, like, I don't know, 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon as it's like slightly starting to get dark, but it's still like light out and brisk, and you're like in the forest maybe, and it's a nice day. But also it kind of comes and goes. So I kind of understand what you're saying about that. But there's a vibe and there's a certain je ne sais quoi about how these songs hit me that I have to acknowledge both sides of the coin. Where I can't fully say it's like a straight through river that just goes through my head and nothing sticks, because the vibes stick, and there's wonderful things about some of these songs. Like, I like the way Loop sounds with the piano like keys and stuff. I like how Fading Out Forever has that little guitar part at the end. There's a huge bit of warmth and emotion that comes with that.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like this is the first time I've really heard them not come into their own necessarily, but I feel like at a certain point, genre labels matter less, and finding songs with heart and like a vibe and evoking something matters more.
Well, I mean, when it comes to like coming to their own, I think like you could probably argue that Surrealist isn't a fully coming to their own type of EP, but I think it's still, I mean, personally, it's still their best work. But also I feel like there's enough on it which is like, okay, this is their own kind of take on it, even if their own take isn't too completely different from what a lot of other bands are doing.
Like, I think this could be somewhat compared to Beach Bunny in a way.
I think I appreciate the new Beach Bunny a lot more.
And I like the new Beach Bunny.
I think so too.
I think I like this just a little bit more than that.
So my complaint with this album isn't more so like they haven't come into their own sound. I think whilst their sound was never the most unique or anything like that, I don't think their problem was ever that. I just always felt like I felt, just trying to remember how all my takes, but I felt that past releases were saved by a standout track really off it that made me go, okay, I can see what they're doing with this. This I like really appreciate. Like Self-So, I appreciate it a lot more than I did Time and a Half. Soaked In, I appreciate it a lot more than most of that album. But here, I can see with some of the samples and some of the way that they're trying to make these tracks, what they're doing, but it just doesn't lead to anywhere interesting. I mean, in a sense, it's nothing's done wrong, but it's almost because they haven't put themselves in that kind of zone where they can screw up. It's kept pretty safe,
Sure.
and that's why I feel the most disappointed about this.
I think there's still a lot of potential with the band. I feel like some of the vocals.
I would still agree with that.
Some of the vocals will give me some of the Hayley Williams vibes.
Like, remember, this is still a young band. I mean, Weekend One Club's debut EP was 2019. It's only 2025.
Yeah.
So what? About 6-7 years, would say. And they've been going around. And OK Cool started about 21. So we'll say this is a 5-year band.
Yeah.
That's not that long.
It's not.
I've seen bands completely rechange their sound or do other things, or in shorter periods of time, admittedly, but also in longer periods of time. 5 years time, you're still a young band, and a lot of things can happen here. I only kind of feel bad about saying this is still a band with potential, just because they've had a couple of releases now.
But I mean, that's the thing, is like, for me, they're starting to like center in on a sound that I find really interesting, and for I think both of you, they're kind of deviating from the sound that you liked more.
And there is where the dissonance and dissonant waves comes. Oh, he said it. But I guess time will us to tell with you, Dominic, about whether or not what you found interesting from this album stays interesting. But I can say with Surrealist, like that's an EP that I haven't actually listened to in a while, and yet it's still memorable.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the sign of like that's a good release, and that's the sign of a good release to me.
I think that I liked Anomia more, first EP.
Well, but still, that you would agree that if you could have not listened to something for a couple years, especially with an artist like OK Cool, where they're not being played on the radio, and you can still remember the tracks or how it all goes and all that, then that's a sign of not a great release, but that you put out an interesting release. Now, in my opinion, Surrealist is a great release.
Yeah.
But yeah, for something that's not been put into your face, but to still stay in the corner of your brain, shows good kind of creative songwriting that happened in there, or more importantly, that ability to kind of like write a hook.
I think
Even with that album as well, like the hook is all in the instrumentation.
I would give it the songs like Soaked In, I think, have that later on. But yes, I agree with you.
Yeah. But yeah, for this, unfortunately, this is a true wash away of an album for me. And I wish it wasn't, but at a certain point, I feel like I can have enough attempts to get into something that if it just doesn't work, I gotta say, there's so much else that's happening this year. I can't throw that away just to go insane.
I'm trying to figure out where that was going. I don't know if I quite followed that last part.
My brain shut off.
You know the definition of insanity?
No, why don't
Yeah.
you
Doing the same thing over and over. Doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different result.
Sure.
Do you need me to say that again?
One more time.
No.
Yeah, it's a definition of doing everything over and over again and expecting to be in Dominic's bedroom.
I've played Far Cry 3.
Whoa! I didn't.
Did you play Far Cry 5? Were they cut at the knees?
Yes, I've played every Far Cry.
Even Primal.
Yes.
Look at you. The belle of the ball.
My favorite is still 3. I have 100%ed it twice.
Have we got anything else to say about this release?
No.
It's a nice autumn afternoon. I like the vibes. I like this the most of any of their work, but I still find it to be a little come and go. No, I don't know what that really says about it for me, but I still liked it.
Favorite is Jeans, just because, yes, if you do put a Guitar Hero sample in your track, I will get warmed. That is you doing something personally for me. And okay, cool. I just want to point out, with all the negativity I've given, I do truly appreciate that. Because that warmed my heart. So I can't hate a track that uses a Guitar Hero sample in a sense of where it feels like it legitimately wanted to use the Guitar Hero sample.
Good cheese sandwich.
Is it cheap to say that's your favorite part? Probably. But it also is just true. It did actually warm my heart. I was like, oh, fuck yeah, let's go. And I don't think I've had that from many other samples this year.
Hell yeah. No least favorites?
Not really. No. I don't really have a favorite song, truly, is the thing.
Sure. I think I'll throw my favorite song somewhere around Loop, Fading Out Forever. I do like the sample used in Ruined. I don't know what it's from. I'm guessing like a Tim Robinson sketch, but I don't know. I also like Wabu Weewa. No really favorite.
All right, well, Dominic.
One last one. Time for Dreamboy.
Lil Nas X.
The October 31st EP and the Days Before Dreamboy. I guess, would you call it an introduction to what his second album is supposed to be whenever that happens, theoretically?
Yep.
Yeah.
And on the SoundCloud, there's like another EP of songs that are mostly songs from this, but This is good enough, I think.
Yeah.
Well, and it, definitely shows quite the change. The October 31st is more of that following from Nazarati. Kind of more general songs. They're more party songs, a little more, I guess, fun in a way.
Yeah.
The Days Before Dreamboy is kind of taking it more seriously, kind of doing more like kind of that stereotypical like post-fame, I got money, I got things I can do now. Here's my life as it is now versus what it was before.
Yeah.
I like the 31st EP.
Yeah.
It was fun. Yeah. I
Go ahead,
really,
Ritz.
Yeah, I didn't really care about the way that Dreamboy sounded, though, and like, it's not. I'm just trying to like really kind of think about why I don't really care about it, and I think it's just too poppy for me.
I think I'm just burnt the fuck out on Lil Nas X.
That might also be it.
How can you be that burnt out?
A little goes a long way with Lil Nas X.
With some artists, that just kind of happens.
Fair enough, I guess.
I can't really explain it.
I still think it is interesting to chronicle the evolution from the Maserati thing to October 31st, and that's just a matter of what, 3 months?
Yeah.
And then that Old Town Road came out like a couple months later. Like he was moving. 2018. He was doing shit. And then we got 7 EP, which was mid. Got Montero, which was pretty good. And now we get to this point where he's released songs. He did the thing that I think some artists are doing now, where they're releasing a lot of things on Spotify to kind of get attention and like get a lot of like hype. But also,
yeah, didn't he do like a League of Legends song or something?
yeah, he did Start Walking. That was from a few years ago. Even that's not even like, I don't think that's a single that's meant to be on the album.
No.
But it's the weird thing now where I feel like a lot of these songs are not hitting like they used to. So
Yeah.
He's somehow lost his control of like his image and his release schedule. Nothing to say about the arrest and where he is now and everything else in treatment. So it's an interesting look at like, okay, he had it with Montero. He's building up for Dreamboy, but things are happening.
Yeah.
It's not as smooth as you want it to be. I think this EP, the new EP, the Days Before Dreamboy, there were some pretty good songs on here. I think there's a lot of variety. I think it shows a genuine artistic evolution. Like his voice changes pretty clearly. But
yeah,
and we talk about how EPs are kind of a statement of being versus it doesn't have to flow necessarily well or do what an album does. But I kind of would prefer if it did in this case. I think with that change and evolution and that maturity, this could be a really good primer that leads us from the Montero days to what Dreamboy is supposed to be. I think the way the album is now, or the EP is now, as a release, the tracks don't do that.
No.
It kind of throws you to and fro. If it were up to me, Days Before Dreamboy would start with Lean on My Body. Because Lean on My Body is that classic, like, braggy song. Like, on top of the world, people are talking about me, my uncle, my nephew is defending me in school. Classic shit. Then you go from there deeper into, like, the actual, like, feelings and opinions and who Lil Nas X actually is at this point. And some of the songs do that. But you gave it, like, some kind of, like, meta-narrative, I think it would go a lot better.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I have any real cases to disagree or cases to agree. I think this is just a true case of this is anything but my style. And I don't come to really find any real reason why I dislike it other than just I don't like the style of music. I mean, I could start literally with Hotbox, which I guess is the one that's probably the most memorable because I've had it randomly play on my shortlist a couple times. It's made like it doesn't sound like it's made like a focus group or anything like that, especially with its production, but it sounds like a song that's made to be a hit more than it does feel like really anything that pushes who Lil Nas X is. I think that's why Montero was a surprisingly good album. Was there was just this true kind of feeling of just, yes, it was a very homoerotic album, but it also felt like that's what Lil Nas X wanted to do. No, it's not that every song off that was like Industry Baby is is probably the least sexual song off that, to be honest, and that was probably my least favorite off that album, actually, if I'm going to be honest. I've never been a huge fan of Industry Baby, but I could at least still see what was happening on that, especially as, it was a whole attack on industry plant accusations.
Yeah.
And probably one of the few times that somebody's had an attack on industry plant accusations and didn't seem like a dick for doing it.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to throw any on this. This doesn't sound like this is music made from an industry plant. It just doesn't feel like anything I really want to care about. And I that's as best as I can say it. Is it burnout? Is it just because it's not my style? Is it because I don't think this is a true reflection of what Lil Nas X can be? I'm trying to say can be instead of should be, because they can be what they should be is whatever they want to be. But when it comes to like having an opinion on this, or really, it's just I don't really wanna. I just do you really need? Does anyone really need my opinion on this?
Why not? We're here.
Can I just say? Can I just say? I'm a white male that listens to emo. Why do you want my take on this? Can I just say that
all the time?
I know. I'm not saying I'm Domino. I'm not saying this in a case of a legitimate like giving my opinion, not giving my opinion to you two.
Sure.
But I'm just trying to say, in a whole branch of giving takes on this type of thing, it's not just specifically on Lil Nas X. It's a true unlike OK Cool, which washes over me because I feel like they just haven't really let themselves be creative enough in the music. OK Cool is the sound that is supposed to be for me. Having that take kind of makes a lot more sense to be critical because they're emo.
Mm-hmm.
But in this, having this sound wash over me, it just feels like of course it does.
I think it's still. I mean, I'm more speaking to the people that are out there listening to this. All seven.
Yeah.
I
Like the realist, I should say as well, Dominic. Of course, the reason of why should I say my take on this is, well, people have clicked on this video of us doing a podcast, which is reviewing albums. What the fuck did you expect?
But more than that, though, it's the fact that we don't do like stuff like this as much. We don't do that many mainstream artists. The few that we do, I think it's interesting to have them thrown into the mix, especially because I don't know. I like the fact that we have covered fully Chaperone and pretty much, and Lil Nas X pretty much. Like I think it's cool to have a couple of those in our cap so that we stay abreast of everything that's happening, but as best we can. Not that we can.
I also want to point out as well that the majority of what I was saying there reflects mostly towards Days Before Dreamboy, as I think the October 31st EP goes a lot more my style.
Sure. Even though,
just point that out there.
Even though the one song about Rio is just him speaking the little Spanish that he knows clearly.
Yep.
I mean,
anyway, sorry to interrupt.
So, I mean, to this point, I think if I'm reviewing this like anything else, it is an EP that exists because he was teasing a lot of these songs. I remember Lean on My Body being teased like 3 years ago, and I was really excited to hear that song whenever it came out for real. And it finally did, and it's here, and I still like it. But I think this is kind of the monkey's paw of trying to retain hype in a world where sometimes you just need to die down a bit and come back naturally. Like, he had the Star Walk, and he's had some other like videos for like the VMAs or whatever that got some attention.
Well, we'll go back to Star Walking though, because that was only a year after Montero.
Right. That was like the nice
and Montero, like I would say, really from that, Industry Baby's the only song that I think I still hear playing around. But I also think it's because like radio stations didn't really want to touch Call Me By Your Name. It was just kind of too popular to ignore, which like fucking good on Lil Nas for that. And I still hear That's What I Want sometimes, which was always the kind of more radio. That was the true like radio friendly Montero.
Yeah, I was gonna say That's What I Want. It's definitely something that I hear sometimes. Industry Baby is definitely the one that has stuck around, but that's fine.
Yeah, but Star Walking, that was. I mean, I don't know, it was a League of Legends thing, but that was a hit.
Yeah,
despite it being a League of Legends, it was a hit for the year. It's gone, and even Old Town Road.
Is
kind of gone.
Got played out. Like Old Town Road was like one of the most played songs ever for a while.
Yeah,
I think it did enough.
And I agree.
I think he did a really good job using Old Town Road to get to an album, get to showing that he can do more than just that.
I know people also forget that there was the whole joke of Lil Nas X putting out because Old Town Road was big, but the true big version was the remix of Billy Ray Cyrus, and then there was remix after remix after remix.
Right.
People forget that was the thing.
Because then it was like, oh, you can't be on the Billboard country charts or whatever. It's like,
but I'm looking at just everything that's happened since Montero as well. Like there was the music from Lil Nas X, "Long Live Montero," "Where Do We Go Now," which I can't remember what that is. There's apparently a Beverly Hills Cop Axel F film that he did the song with.
Yeah,
fuck if I remember that. There's a lot.
There's other singles.
Yeah, I get the whole kind of retain hype, but I'm also looking at the numbers from all of this, and well, he hasn't.
Yeah, a lot of them are not really there. Star Walking did all right. It's like it's not as much as That's What I Want or Industry Baby, but like if he kept doing some of that stuff and like let this new album just gestate and like held it back, I think that would have done more for him. And, like he's been trying to up the ante, right? Because don't forget when Montero came out, he had like a whole fucking video package of like the pregnancy, giving birth, and everything. Like, there was video after video after video of stuff.
Montero's really a wild time.
Yeah. And this time he was trying to go for like the religious figure kind of thing. Some kind of religious, whether it's actual conversion or like fake conversion, but like faked for real, or literally like trying to do the opposite of what Montero was about. Calling by your name, Montero, that is. Because he has songs like J Christ. And I feel like once we got there, I think the image started to get a little murky again because he couldn't quite control it the same way, even though he had such a grip on the Montero stuff.
I would also argue that from Industry Baby, the person who ended up taking the success from it was Jack Harlow.
Even then, what is Jack Harlow doing now? Is he as relevant now?
He's been pretty relevant past couple of years. I would definitely agree. No, let's put on. Lil Nas X is still popular. Number 457 in the world on Spotify with 18.6 million listeners.
Yes. Still popular.
Jack Harlow is number 309.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
So the case is, yeah, well, obviously, like, what's the biggest song out of all that? It's Industry Baby. But who's continued on to have that kind of momentum is Jack Harlow.
Sure.
I can't explain it. I don't personally agree with it, but it's what's happened. Like, Loving on Me was the 2023 one that has nearly 1 billion plays. That's more than anything than I'm just taking a look. What's the most popular song that Lil Nas X has put out since 2023? Not even 50 million plays.
Sure. Like Industry Baby is his most successful song, streaming wise.
Yeah.
Which
so
you don't even hear about how it surpassed Old Town Road anymore. It just has.
Yeah. So it's agree with it or not. The answer for who got the popularity from Industry Baby or who got the momentum, it ended up as Jack Harlow. There are analysis of other projects and stuff like that where similar stuff has happened. I'll throw back to Todd in the Shadows again, whose analysis of Justin Timberlake's Man in the Woods is that it's basically what the momentum from all of that, even though there wasn't really much, it still went on to basically launching Chris Stapleton. I would say it's a thing that happens, but that's what's happened.
Trix, are you there? Trix?
Jax! Throw back to the anniversary episode. I think she's asleep for the rest of this episode.
Yeah.
That's an analysis of what this basically is. And so I could review this album, but I don't have really much interest in doing so. I think the EP is the better listen of the two. I think the more interesting thing to talk about is, Lil Nas X's kind of attempt to capture hype that seems to be gone.
I think it could come back to some degree.
It definitely could. Like, they surely still have cred.
Yeah, and like he's shown capacity to control image and do a lot of work for PR and things.
That's like I can't think of anybody who hates Lil Nas X. Like, I can think of people who would, well, obviously when it comes to Christians and stuff and the whole Montero and stuff, but that's not what I'm on about. I'm thinking of a case of who truly hates Lil Nas X because they're Lil Nas X, not because they're gay, not because they're black, but hates Lil Nas X for a true personal reason, and I can't think of anyone like that.
I've not heard of anyone.
Nor can I think of a reason to. There's not been a true actual like Lil Nas X controversy in that sense of them as a person rather than the person they are. But yet, they've still been releasing stuff. These are still proper singles. These aren't throwaway stuff.
Right.
And the
Still
numbers
getting
are
millions
gone.
of streams.
Yeah. That like compared to a lot of the other stuff we covered, fucking infinitely more successful. But compared to where Lil Nas X should be, this is a flop commercial.
Yeah.
Is Trix up?
Trix,
The what?
Yeah,
What?
how's it going?
fellas.
What's up?
If you've been asleep for a week, Trix, we've been waiting for your your episode. What are we doing
In my
next?
defense, I don't know. I'm exhausted.
We're almost done.
We're
Yeah.
almost done. We've just been talking about Lil Nas X's success, like we're
And
actually.
I
equipped to
really
talk
don't have
about
anything to say about Lil Nas X. I'll be
Clearly.
honest.
Clearly.
I think falling asleep is the most you can say.
Yeah.
I think that's a call we
Let me
can
wrap
this
up by saying, there are songs here I really like. I like Lean on My Body, and I've always liked that song. I like that beat for years now. I think Need That Boy is more poppy, but I like where that goes. I like where Dreamboy goes. Dreamboy, again, going back to like what Montero was trying to do and like be bold, be out there, kind of show yourself off. Dreamboy going into his fantasies about what he wants and things like that. I get it. I'm there. Some of the other songs are good. They're fine, but they're not bold like you're talking about. They're not like nothing, but they're not advocating more.
Yeah.
Like Swish is a whole basketball thing. That's interesting, but that's not. Nothing happens with that. That's like innovative or interesting or like new.
Yeah.
No.
So yeah.
Favorite to me from this, I don't have anything from the Days Before Dreamboy that's a favorite or a least favorite. It's a true wash away. I don't know the titles from the October 31st, but my favorite was the Montero one.
The one where he says my real name is Montero.
Yeah.
I think it's just called Rio de Janeiro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Blender for both.
I appreciate someone who chooses to rap over the Mucha Lucha theme song. That's a move right there, I guess.
Yeah.
So I do appreciate the October 31st EP much more than I thought I would. It's better than Maserati. There's a lot more vibrancy to it. I do like this more though. I do like this EP. It shows that he could do more and could be more, but kind of getting some of the post-fame dregs shaken off, I think doesn't hurt either. I just hope he can come back and do something about this or finish Dreamboy and have that come out and be a whole thing. I would like to see that.
Yeah.
Favorites again, Lean on My Body, Dreamboy, Need That Boy. Least favorite, probably like Big Dummy.
Now, Trix, I think we should get you to rank first.
I'm actually going to abstain because my brain is too dead and fried to form coherent sentences fully.
We will hold you to do it next week.
Yes.
From least favorite to favorite, I think least favorite probably has to be the Lil Nas X Days Before Dreamboy. Then I'm gonna put Chit Chat from OK Cool. Then I'm gonna put Seeking Darkness from Huremic. Then I'm gonna put the October 31st EP. Then I'm going to put Easy Beat from Dr. Dog, How to Take a Fall, and then Sandy Dish. That's number one, because that's probably the one I had the most fun with this week.
Yes.
Would you like to try ranking? No, you said you were saying that's right. Never mind.
Yeah.
Me, least favorite is probably Seeking Darkness. Then I'm going to put the October 31st EP. Then I will probably put How to Take a Fall, Days Before Dreamboy, then OK Cool, an Easy Beat. Number one is Sandy Dish, which surprises me, but here we are.
Yeah.
Trix, because you're about to fall asleep.
I got a little more juice in the tank.
Hell yeah.
That's what we're listening to.
So, I don't think we have yet to listen to like a true blue country album.
Yeah, sounds all right.
Okay.
And don't worry, we're not going to do that yet. There's an artist I think Ritz will hate, and you might have heard of him, Domino. Not sure about you, Ritz, but we're going to be covering 2016's Redneck Shit by one Wheeler Walker Jr.
I think you've thrown a name around before.
I have probably seen the name.
Such great
Oh,
songs as
yes.
Eating Pussy and Kicking Ass.
Yes, okay.
Sit on my face. Better off beating off. Beautiful.
Can't fuck you off my mind. Followed by fuck you, bitch.
Yes.
Okay. Fair enough. I've decided this week to cover an artist that we've talked about quite a bit. We've covered like collaborations they've done. Never covered them specifically. We are for the first time going to cover Asian Glow with their album from early this year, 111-00011.
I'm surprised that we've never actually done them.
I'm going to also throw in their EP, which is, let me find it here, 111-010-111-000-110-011-011-011-011-010-010-010-011-000-111-000-111-000-111-000-111-000-111-000-111-000-111-000-111-000-111-000-111-000-111-000-111-000-111-000-111-000-111-000-111-000-111-000-111-000-111-000-111-000-111-000-111-000-111-000-111-000-111-000-111-000-111-000-111-000-111-000-111-000-111-000-111-000-111-000-111-000-111-000-111-000-111-000-111-000-111-000-111-000-111-000-111-000-111-000-111-000-111-000-111-000-111-000-111-000-111-000-111-000-111-000-111-000-111-000-111-000-111-000-111-000-111-000- is 110010010000 10010011110.
I expect you to have that memorized by next week, Domino.
Yeah.
Now, interestingly, this is chopped into two on Spotify, but on Bandcamp is listed as one complete song. So there's that. And then I'm also gonna throw in, because it's that time of year.
Yeah, we got to
Lambert's
really
releasing
cram it.
stuff.
Of course they are.
It's the new
Let's go.
thing from Postcard Nowhere. I did pull the link up. I thought I had it. It's the latest thing that he's calling it. Thank you for everything. Called Picking Up the Tab. I'm putting the Bandcamp here.
All right.
And it seems to be a bunch of stuff that now that Postcard Nowhere is based out of Tennessee, but like a bunch of songs that they're just kind of fucking around with. If they didn't want to finish it, they didn't. If this is just their first attempt at doing something, they did it. So just a lot of ideas. That seems interesting enough.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Ritz.
All right. Well, I'll make Trix a bit happy, but we are just with the last pick that I'm going to do in this, because we're at the time of the year. We've got to really kind of cram everything now. We've had a bit of an easier week this week until Dominic decided to keep adding on stuff. I'm joking around, but we've only got a couple more episodes actually before we start taking our break and do the whole Christmas stuff. So shit, I've got a couple. I haven't even got 200 songs that I'm ready for ranking my my list. So I got to do a lot of 2025 stuff. So I picked four things.
Before you pick, I have at least one that I've been waiting for you to pick all year. Curious if you'll get it before the end of the year.
You know what? Let's make it an even 5 if I haven't picked it, and just add it on.
All right.
Because it's that type of cramming that we need to do. So,
all right.
88 Tokamak, with their album, I already forgot what it's called. Telescopes Out at the Roller Disco. Social Cohesion by Mudrat. All That We Know by Mini Skirt. And because Trix, I just want to give you some egg punk. We'll do the EP from Snooper, Unknown Caller EP.
Hell yeah.
I'm assuming I didn't pick it, Dominic?
No. At the beginning of the
Which
year,
one was it?
Dear Seattle put out an album.
Dear Seattle.
Yeah.
You want to add on the Dear Seattle album?
Yeah. Toy.
Yep, let's add it on.
All right.
I'm more than happy with that.
Do you have those in the chat so I can read off those titles again?
Yeah, you posted yours in the wrong chat, Dominic.
Oh, I did. Oopsie. I'll fix that.
I put mine in the right chat.
Yeah. So I'll list them out. We have Redneck Shit from Wheeler Walker Jr. We have Telescopes Out at the Roller Disco from 88 Tokamak. We have Social Cohesion from Mudrat. We have All That We Know from Miniskirt. We have the Unknown Caller EP from Snooper. We have Toy from Dear Seattle. We've got 111000011 from Asian Glow. We have whatever that fucking digit, we'll call it 25 from Asian Glow. And we have Picking Up the Tab by Thank You for Everything, which is just Postcard Nowhere.
Yep, that's it for us this week on Dissonant Waves. Tune in next time as we really start cramming for the end of the year.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Have a wonderful time, everybody. Thank you again, and goodbye.
Bye-bye.